Yeah, sorry about earlier. The video got down. Anyways, like I was saying, I got the tempo on the extra deck now, because with Inferno Reckless Summon, you end up with a bunch of level 3s on the field, and not necessarily they're level 3s that you can sink into. For example, I mean you might end up with everything a tuner. You might end up with everything like a full knight, all full knights, all 3 full knights on the field, and you don't have like a way to like capitalize on that. But technically you have Gothams, but aside from that, you might have to go into other stuff, and that's why the exceeds, the rank 3s are there, so you can do like different stuff. Like for example, you can go Invoker, you can go like Giga Brilliant, you can go different stuff like Acid Golem, Leviathan Dragon. Oh here you go. I actually put 10 tempo in my real life extra. But yeah, there's definitely they give you options. Giga Brilliant helps with the OTK. Invoker helps you bring out then a non-tuner. 10 tempo helps you get rid of Ophion, so you can summon Fall Troll from your hand. Leviathan Dragon definitely helps you OTK as well. Acid Golem gets you get rid of big stuff. So yeah, definitely something you have to like accommodate your extra deck for. Yeah, you have to get prepared for that stuff. But yeah, basically the Inferno Reckless Summon, this build of Inferno Reckless Summon, it's basically it's a straightforward OTK deck. It's really aggressive, and that's why I run stuff like Swiss Scarecrow, because Swiss Scarecrow helps me punish the player on his turn, and then I can. I punish the player on his turn for overextending, going for his own OTK, or going for his finish, and then I go on my turn, since he has face-up monsters on the field that are obviously in attack position, I can now go Inferno Reckless Summon. And then either through Crane, Redux, Monster Reborn, God of Seagull, any possible way, I now can capitalize on what he extended through, and I can actually make a counterattack thanks to Swiss Scarecrow. I think he's still gonna stay in the deck next format, because next format there's still OTKs going around, there's mermails, there's stuff like that. So definitely it's gonna stay in the deck. Maxi might be dropped. I mean, next format Maxi, if dragons get hit really hard, if spellbooks don't really get affected by Maxi, but if dragons get hit really hard, chances are I'm going to drop Maxi to the side deck, because Fire Fist can just, they can play around your Maxi. Fernity might get affected by Maxi, but Fire Fist, which are going to be the top tier deck on the next format, are going to play around your Maxi. Boojins don't care about Maxi, like they don't special summon at all, so it's like Maxi might be taken care of, and I might add a third Swiss Scarecrow, or I might actually add a really interesting card that I'm planning to add for the next format, and it's really good, guys. Like, pay attention. Like, this card, I don't want to overhype it, but next format, it all says that this card's going to be used. So, what's the card? DD Crow. Yeah, why DD Crow? Why is this card going to be used? A ton of reasons. I mean, you're going against Fire Fist. They go Spirit. They target a monster in the graveyard. DD Crow. It's worse than being Baylor. You're going against Boojins, and they have one of those cranes on the field that boost their attack, or the one that protects from destruction, from targeting effects, something like that. DD Crow. You go against Infernity. They go for the Archfiend on the graveyard. DD Crow. It's like DD Crow is gonna be 2 boss next format. It's gonna be like two boss, and I already got my 3 DD Crow, and I plan to play at least 2 of them in X-Sabers next format. Probably gonna be replacing the Max C's that I told you about. But yeah, DD Crow is gonna be a really important card next format, because it's gonna disrupt a lot of plays. And the thing is that the great thing about DD Crow is that just the top decks of the next format just have no way to play around it. It's like they depend on specific stuff in the graveyard that you can pick up for this card. Like, for example, and apparently yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Apparently, Insectors are also going to see a rise next format with Transturn. Transmodify. And, you know, their Hornet, DD Crow, Ladybug, DD Crow, whatever they're going to bring out from the graveyard, DD Crow, and that's it. You know, it's like DD Crow is going to affect a lot of the formats next format. A lot of decks next format, and definitely I suggest you start getting your playset now. It's really cheap. It's actually really easy to get DD Crow. So just get your playset, get ready. Most probably is going to see a lot of play. And then what I'm going to say is that I actually want to, now that I talked about DD Crow, let's talk about some Synchros that are coming next format, because, a lot of topics going on in this video, right? Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of stuff to cover, so let's go on to the Synchros. I actually want to talk about a really special Synchro. Let's talk about Star Eater. Star Eater. A level 11 Synchro. Star Eater. Star Eater basically has a very similar effect to what the God cards have, that when they're summoned, their summon can't be negated, that no cards can be activated in response to the summon. But aside from that, Star Eater, when he attacks, no cards can be used in response to the activation, to the attack declaration. So no Mirror Force, no Forbidden Lance, no nothing. It's no Mirror Force, no Compulsory, no. It's unaffected by other cards until the end of the damage step. So they can't reduce his attack. They can't flip him face down with Book of Moon. They can't do Dimensional Prison. No Mirror Force, stuff like that. It's a really good card. And the thing is that it's level 11, so it's very easy to make. You can basically do it with a Dark Soul, Faltro, and a Pashul, and that's a level 11. You can do it with Full Knight, Faltro, and Raigura, which is actually a very common scenario. No, actually, wait, sorry. It's actually, that's level 10. Sorry, it will be yeah, sorry about that. It will be like Full Knight, a bunch of Full Knight, 2 Dark Souls, and maybe a Ragigura, I think. No, that's actually level 10 as well. Sorry about that. Anyways, point is, Faltro plus Pashul, that's 8, plus a Dark Soul, that's 11. That's Star Eater right there. It's actually very easy to use. That kind of feel is very easy to make. So you shouldn't have any problems playing this card. I actually think I'm gonna tech one of these in my deck. It's actually a very, very cool card. I'm gonna try it any once in a while. If it doesn't work, I'll just take it out. But the other card that's really, really good, like the other card that's really, really good, is this guy. Let's see, what was it? Keeper. There we go. Armandes, like, oh Christ, this card, like, we needed it so badly. It's like, it's so good. It's a generic level 5 Synchro. So basically, Pachul plus Dark Soul, easy. And the thing is that it has 2300, so it's a pretty good attack actually for a level 5. And the effect is, when this card is attacked, or when this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards until the end of the damage step. So basically, it's when this guy attacks. For example, if this guy attacks Nemmer's Blade, and your opponent is controlling the Emmer's Blade, your opponent cannot activate the effect of Emmer's Blade, because this card right here just won't allow it. And the thing is that since effects or cards cannot be activated until the end of the damage step, Emmer's Blade activates on the damage step. When he's destroyed, he activates on the damage step, so he won't be able to activate. For the same thing applies to cards like Mermaid Abyss Linde. You run over a Mermaid Abyss Linde, they can't activate it. Flip effects like Snowman Eater, Morphing Jar number 2, Man Eater Bug, stuff like that, they can't be activated as well. Rico, they cannot be activated. They can't do Honest. They can't do. By the way, they can't go like Forbidden Lands in the damage state. They can't do Mirror Force. They can't do Dimensional Prison. Like, they just can't. This guy attacks, and he will attack. Period. Like, there's no stopping him. Like, your opponent cannot activate anything towards him and cannot activate anything to help his monsters get a boost over your monster as well. Like, if they want to get rid of Armandis, they have to get rid of him on the main phase 1, or do something on main phase 1 before the battle phase, or before he gets attacked, so that he can get rid of. Like, for example, let's say your opponent has a monster with like 1800 attack and you have Armandis on the field. Well, if he wants to get rid of Armandis, he has to do Forbidden Lance on his main phase or in the battle phase before he declares the attack, so that Armandis can get, so that Armandis can get his attack reduced and he can get run over. But otherwise, if he is selected as an attack target, nothing can be activated by your opponent. By the way, by your opponent till the end of the damage step, which also gives us a really cool effect with Armandis, because if he gets attacked, I can activate cards in response. So I can activate, for example, a Prison, I can activate a Mirror Force, I can activate a Forbidden Lance to get rid of his monster and reduce his attack. So it's definitely a really, really, really good card in this deck. I mean, it's just balls. Like, this guy is like super balls. He's going to be an instant staple in my extra deck as soon as he comes out to get one, and I put him in my extra deck, because, it even gets rid of Catastor. Like, it gets rid of Catastor. It's a harder attack more than Catastor, and since Catastor can't activate his effect when Armandis attacks, Catastor's gone. So, Catastor's really good, but this guy, I don't know. I think this guy, has a lot of more stuff going on to him than Catastor. But Catastor is still a solid card, so obviously it's going to be what you feel more comfortable with. I personally gonna try this guy for a few weeks, and if he turns out to be much better than Catastor, he's gonna replace him completely in my extra deck. So he's a really, really good card, definitely. The other one, hopefully it's already here. It's Angel of Sarah. Well, yeah, it's still not in Dueling Network, but I'm pretty sure it's in Death Pro. But Angel of Sarah is a new TCG exclusive that Konami made for Judgment of Light. And basically, Angel of Sarah, what Angel of Sarah says is that if this card is banished from anywhere, if this card is banished from anywhere, special summon it during your next standby phase. For example, if it's banished from your graveyard, you can special summon the next standby phase. If it's banished on the field, you can special summon the next standby phase. Like, obviously, if it's banished from the extra deck, directly from the extra deck, it's not going to special summon because it was not synchro summoned successfully from the extra deck. But definitely, Angel of Sarah is going to be a really good card for us to use so that we can counter cards like Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, Dimensional Prison, and other cards that banish a lot of stuff in the field. Like, for example, I swear to God, like if you it even activates if you banish him for a cost or something. Like, for example, if you want to summon Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning and you banish Angel of Sarah, next turn you get a free 2800 beater on your side of the field. And not only that, Angel of Sarah gets an attack boost of 100 for each banished card your opponent controls. So he gets stronger the more banished cards your opponent has. So if you're going against a macro deck or you're going against a Dimensional Fissure deck, one of those removed from play decks, definitely Angel of Sarah is going to be the card to go for to go against this type of deck. It's going to help you a lot against that matchup, and you actually don't have to commit a lot of stuff into the field for it to happen. It also helps, that type of card also helps our game ones against these kinds of decks. I'm not saying these kinds of decks are really common. It's just that it helps. Anything that can help, it helps. Definitely, I'm going to be trying Angel of Sarah as well in Judgment of the Light. So, definitely a lot of stuff that we covered. I feel that there's still some other stuff that I need to cover, but definitely I hope that this specific video, which was really long overdue, I'm really sorry again for the for my basically my hiatus that I had during the summer. The thing is, I was really, really busy, but I finally got to be able to sit down, make a video for you guys, and definitely expect more videos. I definitely have to cover the Evil Swarm matchup. I feel that a lot of players are very frustrated against that deck, so I'm definitely going to be covering that matchup soon and help you guys with the Evil Swarm matchup. It's actually very easy. You just have to learn how to play it. And aside from that, a lot of stuff you're gonna be hearing from me soon. More deck techs, more stuff. You know, this is not over. I mean, I'm playing a lot of different decks this format, but definitely not giving up on X-Saber. So that's gonna be it for now. So thanks for watching, and this has been 107 Militions of Dueling Like a Swordsman. And take care, guys.